A while ago, my kids switched from a standard kids beginner rock climbing shoe to a performance shoe. Let's talk about the Scarpa Drago Kids version. Hello again, I'm Jason. A few seasons ago, my kids transitioned from the La Sportiva Stickets to the Scarpa Drago Kids version. My kids now climb almost everything with the Dragos, but I'll come to what they don't use them for in a bit. It's always hard to talk to kids about climbing shoes because their experience with different shoes is so limited. But I can share what I noticed about their climbing in these new shoes that might help you decide if they are worth a try for your little crushers. When it comes to downturn performance shoes, the Dragos are one of only two that I can find that go all the way down to my kids' small sizes at EU 32 or 33. If you're interested, the others are the Otsun rivals. First, let's talk about comfort. Going from a flat slipper without heel or toe rubber to a downturn shoe with both heel and toe rubber was a big change. One of my two boys did get blisters on his heel and then again on one of his big toes. So right off the bat, my kids had to want it. I couldn't force it on them as a parent. At the time, our project at home was in-cut edges on a 30-degree overhang. They wanted to get on more powerful bouldering gym routes. On outdoor rock, they were getting on climbs requiring better footwork. They were also getting to an age with more body awareness and therefore ability to focus on feet. Their previous shoes were starting to hold them back, and they knew it. They were constantly asking me about even my rather modestly downturn shoes. They saw a payoff at the end of the break-in period, and they were willing to last through to it. So, once the shoes had been broken in, how have they performed? Well, they are advertised as the same as the adult Dragos, only smaller. That's mostly true with a few distinctions. First, the asymmetry is high, and the shoe drives power through the big toe. That can make outside edging a bit more precarious, but being able to feel and grab toe and inside edges were really at a completely different level than the previous shoe. The boys saw marked improvements in being able to both drive and pull. The shoe has excelled on steep terrain, which isn't all surprising, but it's good to know that it delivered. While the boys don't do a lot of heel and toe hooking, as they have yet to learn proper body tension in these positions, simply having performant rubber in those spots has helped and has encouraged them to try it more, which will allow them to learn. The downturn isn't quite as much as on adult shoes, if for no other reason than a shorter shoe has less distance in which to create that downturn. That makes it a little harder to grab small features, but a little easier to smear, which is something my kids do a lot of because the next foothold is often too far away for them. I wouldn't call them great smearers, though, as they are such an aggressive shape. But in essence, you go from an A to a B+ in powering off of small holes, and from a C to a C+ on smears, by being able to flatten out the shoe. The toe box is a bit bulky for cracks, but kids' feet are small anyway. Finding a way to slot a toe doesn't seem to be as troublesome as we would expect from the adult shoe. The place where it's been a no-go for us has been big multi-pitch routes. The asymmetry and stiffness had my kids turn to the old soft slippers when they spent half a day up on a wall doing 1,500 feet of climbing. Speaking more generally about indoor versus outdoor climbing, the shoes have done well on both. They have Vibrams XS Grip 2, which is a rubber you see a lot on adult outdoor shoes. It's Vibram's maximum friction rubber, thus softer. Harder rubber edges better and is more durable, unless you are lightweight, and then hard rubber won't conform to the rock and you lose feel. And the kids, obviously, are light. That also means better durability when compared to an adult on the same rubber. Our kids will outgrow the shoe before the sole gives out. For rock and plastic, the friction is simply better than entry-level kids' shoes, which are trying to keep those costs down for feet that will outgrow the shoes in no time. And that leads to maybe the biggest downside. You pay for performance, and you are going to pay more for these shoes than other kids' options. About half the price of a performance adult shoe. That's a lot for only a few seasons of climbing. So I think the bottom line for me is my kids wanted the performance. They were ready to commit to doing the work that would allow the shoe to pay off in terms of that performance. And their technique and challenges were at the point where their performance benefit was real. If those things are true, and sport climbing, bouldering, and indoor climbing are your kids' thing, then it's a great shoe. What was your first performance shoe? How did you find it helped your climbing? Let us know about what you learned in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, do all the things. For more information, you can go to our website at www.shortguysbetaworks.com. You can check out a video of my boys' half-day multi-pitch climbs and some of the lessons I learned. Or you can look at an entire series where we go deep into different gear, pros and cons. We'll see you next week, and keep on getting more out of that big outside.